tonight on Mobile Masterpiece Theater.
Doing nothing wrong.
You are.
In pursuit of a married woman,
It's outrageous.
determination
Forget it.
is all that counts.
You know who she's married to?
What about my husband? Your boss?
Just because he loves you, it doesn't mean there isn't somebody else who could love you more.
Robson Green, Francesca Annis, and Michael Kitchen star
I think I'm in love with you.
Reckless. Beginning tonight.
Welcome to Mobile Masterpiece Theatre. For nearly 30 years, we've been proud to provide the energy that helps public television run.
Tonight we begin something quite different from our usual presentation. At first you may think it's going to be a story of tender family relationships. Then you're aware that a comedy is in progress. Then it suddenly seems like a suspense story about an unlikely love affair that may have explosive consequences. Then everything swerves into farce. And all this in just the first 2-hour installment. There are 2 more to come. A word of caution to anybody who's looking for high literary entertainment or moral uplift. Reckless is the kind of show you watch purely for the sheer fun of it. It often seems to be a satire about the havoc that telephone spreads through modern life. The England seen here is a land where everybody, well, everybody but our hero, has a cell phone at the ready and will use it at the slightest provocation. Alexander Graham Bell, what have you done to us? Reckless, first episode.
Excuse me, they've no phone cards left at the buffet. Do you mind if I use your phone?
Yes, I do, mate.
Excuse me, could I use your phone, please?
Absolutely not.
Look, I've got money.
Sorry.
Please, it's an emergency.
I'm sorry, but I am expecting a call.
Hi, excuse me, they've no phone cards left at the buffet. Do you mind if I use your phone?
Sod off.
Yeah. Use mine.
Thanks.
Irma, it's Owen. Just got the message. What's going on? Has the GP seen him? Well, when did you ring him? What? Irma, no, you listen to me, Irma. No, you ring him back and you ask him what he thinks emergency means. If he's not there in 15 minutes, you call an ambulance. You take my dad straight to casualty. Right? Irma, you got that? I'm coming up to Stockport. I'll be there in half an hour.
I appreciate it, thanks.
No problem.
Keep the change.
Hiya, Rowan. Doctor's up there with him now.
his son. Why isn't he in hospital?
Because he doesn't need to be.
I'm a doctor. You know he's got a history of angina?
I'm aware of both those things, yes. He'll be fine.
Glucagon.
He's hypoglycemic.
He's diabetic since when?
Lunchtime, I should think. See you later, Arnold. We call it Logan's Run. Friday morning, as soon as they get the pension, straight out of the post office into the White Lion. 5 pints of Guinness and enough scotch to remake whiskey galore. Cheers for it, Irma. He's diabetic because of the booze. His circulation's lousy on account of the fags, and his heart's usually racing faster than the horse he backed at dinner.
How come I'm the last to know he's diabetic?
I'm only allowed to tell you what he tells me to tell you. And I'm not his keeper. I'm only meant to do 4 hours a day tidying up. He had me on my hands and knees pointing his garden wall last week.
Get him down the clinic tomorrow, I'll do his weight. He talks about you a lot.
Me?
He's very proud of you.
How are you doing here? Get an early train?
No, I got a late one. Do you know you've been asleep 16 hours?
Yeah, well, I've had a bit of this thing going round.
No, you haven't. You were pissed.
Pissed nothing. This is a medical condition.
So suicide if you catch it soon enough. I was here when the GP came. And guess what, Dad? You're a diabetic.
Here we go, Dr. Flossie and his tambourine. It's not for me, is it? I have bacon and eggs.
Not anymore. You told me you were looking after yourself.
What? The virtually fat-free fish-like bloody cardboard diet you sent us. I gave it to Irma. Never seen her look so poorly. There you are.
Thanks. Don't know why you sold the other place. I was round the corner.
I told you. So many memories of your mum in London. I was born in Manchester. I should die in Manchester.
You will manage that in no time.
You don't give up, dear.
You're a diabetic, Dad. You don't tell me, fine.
Just 'cause you're a doctor.
But you're eating like that and drinking and smoking like that?
Just 'cause you're a doctor doesn't give you the right to everybody's business. That's the trouble with you lot, you know. A bloke can't fart without it's on his file. Morning.
What am I doing here?
Oh, don't look at me. I didn't send for you.
I wouldn't waste your breath. It's dinner time before you can talk to him. I bought you a duvet and a few clean sheets.
How much is he drinking, Irma?
Less than he did. More than he should.
Owen's apologies he's got behind, but can you go to Theatre 7?
Who do I give this to?
Me. Down to your right, double doors on your left, left again, follow the red line, look for 7. Can't miss it. Ah.
Owen Springer?
Richard Crane?
That's right. How'd you do? Sorry to keep you waiting. Follow me.
Nope.
A couple of emergencies, the whole system grinds to a halt. You do know we've already interviewed for this post, don't you?
I do, yeah.
And where are you from?
I'm from Sunderland.
Sunderland. Ah.
I moved down south when I was 15 and went to University College Hospital as a student and then got taken on to Spinetti's firm.
Sit down. And is he good?
He's the best. He's the best down there.
Teach you anything?
He's better at surgery than he is at teaching.
And what's your fundamental philosophy of surgical teaching?
Don't understand the question.
Well, you're working with one of the country's top surgeons in one of the best teaching hospitals in Europe, and you apply to move north. Grant starved, talent starved, sun starved. No, it's about 3 degrees cooler in Manchester, you know. Questions are bound to be asked.
I heard about you. I thought I should spread out a bit.
Crap?
Yes. It's family.
Starting one? Abandoning one?
No, it's my dad. He's not well. And I don't want to be that far away. And Spinetti emphatically recommended I should try your firm.
Well, much as I admire your commitment to your father and much as I'm flattered by Dr. Spinetti's praise, I wouldn't know the former from Adam, and the latter got the job I applied for. So let's start again, shall we? What is your fundamental philosophy of surgical teaching in this country at this time, Mr. Springer?
Irma?
Oh, very smart. I was saying to your dad, I bet he's got a woman on.
Nah, scare them all away.
Oh, surely he'd give you a run for your money if you get stuck.
I never have any money. Where is he? What are you doing?
Well, you'll put your back out on that sofa. This'll do till you find somewhere. Assuming you get the job.
What job?
St. Gregory's. Surgical registrar. Not that I was peeping.
You opened the letter?
Well, in error. Couldn't find my glasses.
But you managed to find them to reseal it?
Yeah, goes on with this.
Where do you want it?
Dunno.
Well, what's in it?
Dunno.
So Gary and Mick.
Aye.
He's the doctor.
How long you had the chickens, Dad?
I won them in the pub. I was going to sell them on, but they turf more eggs out than Asda. Pays for the odd pints. And dull as they look, they could do a jigsaw faster than this pair. Come on, lads, you'll have it dark. Think you'll get it?
Another job? Dunno. Competition's always pretty hot for registrars.
Well, I don't want you chasing jobs up here on my account.
Well, your account? Oh, so everything I do is a reaction to what you're getting up to?
Well, why are you then?
I just want to get out of London for a bit. Been in the same hospital since I started training. Doesn't look good. You'll be doing us a favour if you just put us up for a bit, that's all.
Vivian Reed, surgical business manager. Who am I talking to?
It's Mr. Springer. Owen Springer, interviewed last week for surgical registrar. Got this letter asking me to go for a management assessment.
Yes.
Just wondered what it was all about.
Owen Springer.
Hi, yeah, they're ready for you.
Two crucial words there, Doctor. Management and assessment. I have a call waiting.
No, sorry, why do I need assessing if I've already interviewed? Assessed for what?
Personality. Independent assessment's this particular hospital's policy to minimise errors in staff appointments. We don't want to encourage people who wouldn't naturally fit into a highly dependent team system.
Owen Springer? Brian Shaw, please come into my office.
Whoa, hang on, this is crazy. So let me get this straight. A management consultant decides whether I'm a fit candidate for a surgical post?
No. Your personality opens that little door. Seems reasonable enough to me.
Do the BMA know about this?
The only ones who've asked are the ones who failed the assessment. Bye.
And you're fully fit?
Butcher's dog.
Yes?
Yes.
Describe what sports you like to participate in.
Footy. Full team, five-a-side. American football, table football, cricket. Indoor cricket, outdoor cricket, bedroom cricket. Oh, and put swimming. Silver life-saving. Backstroke, breaststroke, butterfly, and crawl. Crawling's my strongest.
In as many words as you think necessary, describe what you believe to be your personal assets.
Young, sexy, bright, ambitious, tasty, adventurous, sexual. Oh, and put funny. I'm very funny. And touching and moving. And passionate, compassionate. Successful, charming, clean. Very clean. I'm tough, Brian. Fit. Sharp.
What's the contract?
Quick to learn, quick to unlearn. Truthful when necessary, born liar when necessary.
He's
Open
just
when
taking the
necessary,
piss.
private when necessary. It was you on the train. Mobile phone?
Oh, yes, the train. Oh, how's your dad? Thanks. Cheers.
Least I can do.
You know Manchester well?
Ask me again in 3 months. Just interviewed for a job up here.
Really?
Well, I say interview, it was a personality assessment. Bunch of arseholes pretend to be management psychologists. And this is a job I'm overqualified for. And I'm considering a pay cut for. And they'd be bloody lucky to have me for.
So why bother?
Need to be here for me dad.
He's the only reason you move jobs?
Well, he's not exactly dying on his feet, but he does a cracking impression most of the time now.
So having a doctor on the doorstep's going to be a comfort to him?
Well, he'd prefer a chain-smoking barmaid, but... How'd you know I was a doctor?
You mentioned.
I didn't.
You said new job as a doctor?
No?
No. I don't know. How did that happen? Maybe you just look like a doctor.
Well, you'd be the first woman in my entire career who thought I looked like a doctor. It's a bin man more often than not.
Well, I think I'd better get back to work.
Where's work?
Round the corner, more or less.
Nice talking to you. It's Owen, by the way.
Anna, thanks for the drink and good luck.
Have a gentleman here says you left your case in the cafe.
You saw me do that interview? And you didn't tell me?
I'm sorry. What did you expect me to say?
What's all this crap? Not recommended.
It just means the assessment was void, mainly because you deliberately sabotaged it, and that's confidential information.
Listen, I'm telling you, I know most of this mob, and I am better qualified than any of them. Oh. Gordon Jones! You picked him? Ha!
I don't pick anyone. They're just viability percentages.
You just pray you don't need keyhole surgery from old shovels.
That is privately commissioned information. I'm not prepared to discuss it. Thanks for the bag, and I think you better go.
Are you okay, Anna?
Yes. Thanks, Brian.
You want me to throw him out?
Well, come on, you want to try it, Brian?
It's okay.
Well, I see you've a talent for picking the best. I like your style. You took a drink when you knew you were avoiding me?
You insisted on buying me a drink to repay a favor. It had nothing to do with your interview.
Oh, come on, I was brilliant in there. I had nothing but good things to say about myself. You know I need that job.
Not when I made the assessment, I didn't.
You're that professional?
I am, actually.
Fine, okay. Oh, just answer me one thing. Without the benefit of a questionnaire. Do I look like a doctor?
Not particularly.
What do you want? No, I really don't want to open that.
I knew you wouldn't, so I did. You got the job. So we'll settle at 40 then.
40 what?
A week. For the room.
John McGinley. Hi. What the hell are you doing here? You were working with Spinetti.
Don't say it like that. He's good, but he's not brilliant.
Now, what'd you do? Kill a patient?
Crane's got a good reputation. He has, hasn't he?
Bears are cuddly, but they can still pull your knackers off. The doctor's mess room, ha. Tea, coffee, underpowered microwave from the old psychiatric block. Danny Glassman. Jeez. Owen Springer, new surgical reg.
Hello.
That's not pharyngitis. That's just no plum they stuck in their boarding school.
This man is a bog-treading Irishman. This man thinks that anything higher than a potato peeler is privileged. Sorry, where are you from, Owen?
I'm from Sunderland, Danny.
Oh, God. It's 10 a penny time. Yeah. Yeah, this isn't conjunctivitis. This is overtime.
5 nights on, 5 nights off. If we're understaffed, you alternate the call with him.
Good. Perfect.
So you were second in command to Spinetti?
I was.
It's not going to be a problem for you playing down, is it?
I'm not proud, John. And I'm very good at taking advice.
Well, as long as you don't mind advice sounding more like instructions, we get along just fine. They found you some accommodation yet?
No, I'm sorted. My dad's up here. I'm moving in with him till I find somewhere.
I knew it.
What?
You're getting divorced. I knew you were giving off a smell. Join the club, mate. God, I mean, isn't it amazing, though? 1997, 3 years short of the millennium, and they still make you feel like a pariah. I mean, what is all that about, huh? You know, I look at some of the divorce guys around here and I wonder how the hell they do it. You know, illiterate apes with dicks this big having the time of their lives like they just lost a tumor. I mean, why can't we just enjoy it as well, for God's sakes?
I think we're a bit different.
In what way?
I'm not getting divorced. I've never been married.
Okay.
We'll start with the last night's emergency admission, shall we?
Okay. This is Francine Hartley, 42-year-old secretary. She was admitted at 3 a.m. with a 24-hour history of acute epigastric and right-sided abdominal pain and vomiting. Had a temperature of 37.5. Hemoglobin normal. White count elevated at 15.2. Biochemistry was normal, and so were her chest and abdominal x-rays.
Good morning, Mrs. Hartley. I'm Mr. Crane, the consultant surgeon. Would you mind if our new doctor, Mr. Springer, gave us his opinion? He's only new to us, by the way, not to the business.
Morning. Could you show me where the pain is, Mrs. Hartley? And it's sort of touch, yeah? Do you look up for me? Good. Down. Do you mind if I examine your abdomen? I'll be as gentle as I can. I promise. Fine. Signs of tenderness and guarding in the right upper quadrant. Thanks, Mrs. Hartley. Well, differential diagnosis includes acute cholecystitis, acute pancreatitis, and less likely, acute appendicitis and pelvic inflammatory disease. She seems to be slightly jaundiced, which is more in keeping with acute cholecystitis or pancreatitis.
What would you do to confirm it?
We need to check her serum amylase, liver function tests, and she should have an urgent ultrasound scan.
And what if the scan showed dilated common bile duct and stones in the gallbladder?
Check her clotting. I'd arrange for an urgent ERCP. I'd then plan to remove her gallbladder before she went home.
I got nothing to add to that. Thank you. I'd stick with them if I were you.
Wallpaper?
Fresh air'll do you good.
What's wrong with the stuff I put up last year?
You must have been drunk when you decorated. Keep thinking I'm falling out of bed.
Where you off?
The bus. Come on.
We can go in the car.
You've been on the sick 5 years. How come you can afford a car?
Right, let's burn rubber.
Chasing hard and held tight, made very good headway up to the third place point with a red sash. Then Sabu, who came off the bridle, didn't find much. Tizano in the far side with Bonnie Bridie battling on. Tendy's got high.
See that? First club in Manchester open after midnight. Jazz club. That's where I met your mother.
You think about her then?
You're a lot like her, you know. I reckon we could have had a ball this time of life. You know, house paid for, no commitments. Could have really enjoyed ourselves now. If she hadn't died.
Or if she hadn't divorced you.
Well, that I know, yeah.
Breezes past him. Katir's the grey, but Bangin' Trouble is the danger. Bangin' Trouble not going as well as Katir, and Bruce Raymond, a canny ride here. Obviously, Katir takes a little bit of cajoling, and Katir is only about a neck clear from in second place, Bangin' Trouble. They've got just over a furlong to go, and Katir, Bruce is obviously being as tender as possible on this leader. Bangin' Trouble now comes under pressure. Katir's going to have to fight, though, in the last 150 yards to hold off Bangin' Trouble. Katir by a length now up towards the line. Now, this is a real cool ride from Bruce Raymond, who's kidding Katir home.
Be careful. You're not potholing. It's just nice and easy. You're doing really well. I need to vanish for 10 minutes.
That had nothing to do with you, Mrs. Feldman, just in case you were wondering. And if you weren't wondering, I apologise for planting that suggestion.
Oh.
Hi.
Hello.
Well, don't just stand there. Pull up a chair. How's Barbara?
This is Dr. Springer, Mother.
It's Owen. How are you doing?
Do you mind?
Sure.
Alzheimer's. The only thing she consistently remembered was that 3 weeks ago she asked me for a crossword book. Barbara's my sister.
Well, she's looking fit enough. Taking into account she just had a gallbladder whipped out. Should I tell you something? You are wasting your money paying for a private room. You get the same treatment downstairs, you know. Look at the invoices. Only advantage is cable TV.
Oh, that's your hobby then? Reading other people's files?
The end bit was a joke.
And who the hell asked you to make moral judgments about how people spend their money? She's not your patient. Thanks.
Milk?
Black.
I'm really sorry. Okay.
Your father's obviously very important to you. It's where we came in. You're traveling north to be with him because he was sick?
That was a false alarm.
Well, presumably you dropped everything, would have come at any cost.
I guess so, yeah. So?
Well, it's different at the moment because she needed the operation, but before that she was in a nursing home. Best we could buy. Constructive care Monday to Friday, fantasy tea parties where we would rig the questions so the responses make sense. It made me feel a bit odd about all that.
Me? Why? Completely different. My dad, he could drink the pair of us under the table, he'd run the pair of us round the block, and he'd still have the stamina for an all-nighter.
You came just because he missed you? I pay £400 a week to see the back of her because she soils her sheets.
Well, I'm no geriatrician, but I've treated a few Alzheimer's. I'll be honest with you, I'd do exactly the same. I would. What?
You sound like a doctor.
I am a doctor. See? See ya.
It's the bin man.
I'm sorry? Owen?
You busy?
I'm at work. Of course I'm busy.
Can't you get a cold or something?
What?
Look out the window. Left a bit. Left. Bit more. Hi.
What are you doing?
They were sending her off for occupational therapy. I volunteered. It's all right, she's insured. Get in.
Mama, you're all right.
I'm fine.
This is outrageous.
I know, I feel like I'm wearing someone else's knickers.
You take her back.
Look.
Take her back. Mum, I'll come with you.
We're going to the lakes, aren't we?
What's she talking about?
Did you know you were conceived in a hotel in Ullswater?
She told you that?
You interrogate the short-term memory, you die of exhaustion.
Me?
No. You go back far enough, she remembers everything. Ask her.
Me?
Yeah. Where we off, Myrtle?
Ullswater.
Whereabouts?
Sanderson Hotel. What'd you bring her for?
Are you sure it's the Sanderson?
I'm nearly sure it's the Sanderson. Charles proposed.
Before or after?
Oh, before. He gave me the ring in the garden so we could pretend we were already married. Oh, yes, yes, yes. I recognise all this. Oh, turn right, turn right. Well, would you look at the state of that? They flooded it.
They haven't flooded it. It's a lake, Mother. It's been there forever.
Huh?
Is it a small place? Big place? What?
Medium.
What's it look like, Mo?
It's white. In its own grounds, near the water. It's white.
Well, what do you know?
It was here. We were right by the water. I said, Charles, I'm frightened. They'll see straight through us. No, he said, they'll look for the ring. And here it is. And produced it like magic, laughing. But his hands were shaking. Marry me, Myrtle. I loved him so much it hurt. Yes. He smelled of sandalwood. That wasn't him, that was something he'd bought. For my benefit, I suppose. I'd never seen a man before. I knew it was dangerous, might get pregnant. I didn't care. It just speed things up as far as I was concerned. I just knew I wanted him for the rest of my life. Oh, Anna was beautiful. Everybody said she was a mixture of the two of us, but she wasn't. She was the spit of him. Spit of him. We brought her back here for her first birthday.
It's a long drive back. Are you sure you're okay?
Lovely.
You all right?
Yes, I'm fine.
And you're not mad at me?
No. Thank you, Anne.
That might have been embarrassing. Bless you, nurse.
Why didn't you mention this before, Springer? You worry me. You really do. I couldn't disagree more bloody fundamentally. How can even a half-developed intelligence believe Newcastle could ever achieve as much as Man United? At least we can play total football. Total football, total crap. 2 reasonable seasons, a £15 million investment, and you think you're here to stay. You'll last as long as that Chelsea van we caught siphoning petty cash to pay for a season ticket. It wasn't fraud. So much as the absolute total bloody waste of money.
Sir, where are you? Sir! Nick! Hey! Hey!
Okay, staff.
Real person.
But she's married.
No ring.
Divorced?
No evidence either way. which presumably is a good sign.
Whoa, okay, let's get a grip here, right? Now, you are working in a hospital which has the highest employment ratio of tasty single females, and you choose to get hooked on a second-hand thyroid. Now, that is like working in a car factory and cycling to work.
And what would an overprivileged idiot like you know about working in a factory?
More, I think, than you would know about married women. His wife bombed him out for a consultant. She took the house, she took the furniture, and then she took his job. Yeah, okay, come on. Jesus.
Be very careful how you answer this. Is the second letter of her first name N?
Yes.
Were you talking to her in the canteen last Thursday?
So? How'd you know her?
I'm telling you. Forget it. That woman is carrying a health warning.
How do you know her?
You know who she's married to?
Anyway, Mr. Spring, are you settling in?
She's doing nicely, sir.
Patients do nicely, McGinley. You making progress?
Yeah, it's an impressive unit.
You're allowed negative observations. Cut that, will you?
I haven't got any negative observation.
So your contract's intact, we're paying you what the job's worth, and everything's fine?
No.
What is it?
Okay. It just feels a bit odd going back to alternative night cover, sleeping in.
Small complaint then on the face of things. Retract, Harley.
Well,
I think the best way to measure a surgeon, so please, is seeing what sort of decisions he makes at 3 in the morning after 2 hours sleep. He doesn't forget those decisions, and quite frankly, neither do I, especially if we have to bury the consequences of them. And with great respect, Mr. Spring, there's no one else to do it, so you have to. References aside, you never expected to get this job.
No, I didn't.
So it's a very small complaint, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
And we're still an impressive unit?
Yes.
Good. There we are. All yours.
Sir?
I've worked it out. If I can lay off the drink Monday to Wednesday, ease myself into Thursday with, what, 3 pints?
Over how long?
5-hour period.
2 pints.
2 pints. Then I'm off it again Friday, Saturday. I should be entitled to get absolutely off my face every Sunday. You see, that's where you lot fall down. You never offer anything. You just take things away. No booze, no fags, no women. Dig.
How are you doing on that score?
Down to 5 a day. Maybe 6.
Oh, women.
1 every 10 years. Maybe 12. You?
Nobody?
Why didn't you tell me who you were married to?
I beg your pardon?
Why didn't you say?
Well, why should I?
Because you let me hijack a surgical patient. My boss's surgical patient, who just happened to be his bloody mother-in-law. Well, that's my job if he ever finds out.
He won't.
And what if he does?
Well, I won't tell him, and my mother can't remember, and that only leaves you.
Why don't you wear a ring?
It's none of your business.
You're still married?
Yes.
Why don't you use his name?
How's that to do with you?
Because I think I'm in love with you.
I have to go.
Mrs. Crane! I am. Definitely.
I'm in love with you. I know!
Jack and Emma? No. I'm not Colin and Liz, is it? No. I do know. I should know. I haven't a bloody clue, actually.
Phyllis.
Sorry. Okay.
He looks helpful. That's it? You just go and shower now?
Sorry.
There you go. 100% homemade.
Just not my home. Oh, do you mind if we lose some of the garnish? It just looks a bit professional.
It is professional.
Gillis and Fiona?
I know.
They're Scots. It's business, so we won't be talking about the weather.
Yes.
Their interests are plastics injection moulding, and they're about to employ 200 managers across the UK who, with any luck, they'll refer to me for assessment. So we won't be talking about you much.
I know.
Okay?
Surgeon. Fascinating. You know, I can't imagine what it must be like to sit looking at someone knowing more about their insides than they do. I mean, you know, it's as far down the line as you get, really.
It is.
Life or death within these hands of mine. What a skill. What a skill.
You're trying to avoid using the phrase cutting edge for fear of sounding trite, but I'm sure it's what you mean, Gillis.
Absolutely.
It's the old existentialist joke about where would the philosopher be without enough moving targets to construct a theory.
Quite.
See, we all contribute to each other's success, and you seem to be underplaying the huge importance of plastics injection mouldings. I mean, why assume for one moment that your output isn't critical to, say, a surgeon? I mean, during surgery, most patients need more plastic than,
Pamela Anderson?
Mm-hmm. So you're only ever as good as the structure of any given system, which is why plastics injection moulding is no less deserving of the talents of my brilliant wife than I, a surgeon, am of plastics injection moulding.
Right, absolutely. Which is why we're here. And which is why I think that you should start talking and tell me to shut up and listen.
Oh, darling, where have you been? I've been so worried about you.
Oh,
Jeffrey.
What?
You nearly did. I'm about to rain burning kisses on your ruby lips.
Yes.
Oh, shot, yes.
Salas wanting to start to run on the right. Guppy's on the left. Watson's in the centre. Watson's making space. Beardsley's telling him to have a shot. Kitson looking for Beardsley.
Dad, can I borrow the car?
That near side tyre needs some air. But if the oil light flickers, stick a bit of multigrade in. And the tank's nearly empty.
This is a colleague of mine. I understand you're holding one of my patients, Julie Torrance.
Watson. Salas.
Socrates to plastics and 50 words are under. That's why you married me.
20 words and under, you'd have been clever.
God, they're bullish. Oh, you better get this contract.
I hope they would have given me an answer tonight.
Well, you can have one from me.
Ooh.
Been anywhere? Done anything? You seen anybody?
Good mood, sir. Good reason, Glassman. I'm surrounded by the spirit of youth. It makes me smile.
Oh, yes, sir. You like the buzz, sir?
From you lot. You make getting past 40 look absolutely essential. And I put a month's salary on me getting better sex than any of you. That's why I'm smiling, Glassman. Look at him. Your show, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Know what you're doing? Good.
Hello?
Anna? It's me.
Who's me?
How many me's do you know? It's Owen.
I don't like calls at work.
Okay, you give me your mobile then. I'll ring you when you finish. You say when.
I don't want you to call. There's no point.
I just want to talk to you.
I have to go.
Anna Fairley Organisation, Michelle speaking. How can I help you?
Yes, hello, Michelle. Anna Fairley, please.
I'll see if she's in. Who's speaking, please?
It's her husband.
Oh, hello. Just a sec. Hi. Where are you?
Can't stop thinking about you. What's wrong with talking to me?
Satisfied?
Yes?
It's your husband again.
Look, just tell him to vanish. And tell him from me this is not very adult, is it?
She says to vanish, and this is not very adult, is it?
Excuse me. What have I done?
Owen, you seem to me like the kind of guy you can take it on the chin. She doesn't want you. You better start worrying about her blowing the whistle on you. Because if Crane finds out, this is going to be the last hospital you get to see standing up. There's a party on tonight. I think you should go.
Look, I don't fancy a party.
You've been here a week now. Nobody knows you. Have you been down the staff club once? They're very friendly down the staff club. And since the Equal Opportunities Commission leaned on the board, there's been some fantastic tits flying around.
Sex. It's classic McGinley. He can't have had a shag in the last 6 months. He wouldn't keep going on about it. Which is understandable. Screwed up his marriage. But when she divorced you for a better paid, better qualified, and he was a better looking practitioner. Did she happen to mention you could bowl for England?
Ireland. If I bore for Ireland. And I divorced her.
You gonna shut up now?
You are completely off your head, Squidward.
Mr. Wallacey, how you doing? I hear you're getting a lot of pain, yeah? You want to show me where exactly?
Tomorrow? Where?
Holland. Philip's had another panic attack. They want me to present the paper.
Oh, say no.
I know the conference has already started. If I say no, there's nobody else. Mother. Yes, sir?
How long will you be away?
A couple of days, 3 at the most. Depends on the reception. At least it's not bloody Birmingham.
Do you want me to come?
Yes, if you want to. And you won't feel like a spare part. Yes, I'd love you to come.
Oh, couldn't I? Finish the ICI contract. Everything else is, well, it's nothing that Brian couldn't handle.
How about Mr. Plastic? Has he made his mind up yet?
Oh, I've forgotten about that. No, they can't let me know till Tuesday, and if they're floundering, I'll need to push.
Oh, bugger.
If I'd known whose wife she was, it might never have happened.
Well, now, you know, make it not happen.
I can't.
Look, there are simple things and there are complicated things. I think you're looking for complicated things, and I think that's really sad.
What time's the party?
Ones are the ones who've done the longest shifts, right? Sexually repressed and no judgment.
Who's that? Belinda, neurological registrar. She can get a pair of jeans off with her teeth. And she's been asking about you.
What was wrong with her? She used to work in pathology.
You don't know where her hands are.
You've upset her. She'll be calling you doctor now.
Well, go and make her night, John.
I tried once. She's allergic to divorcees. Compensatory sexual behavior, she said, is a waste of decent laundry. Oh, jeez, I don't know why I come here. I bloody hate these things. You see, I still love my wife. Yeah, I would like to see her dead. I would love to see her bankrupt, but only while she's still with him. So I'm not without sympathy for you. But where the tears stop is you making up your mind about someone else's wife. You know?
So you brought me here out of harm's reach?
Maybe.
John, I didn't look at her and decide to feel like this. I didn't plan it.
Plan what? There's nothing happened for you. And if there's any justice, nothing will.
You've got my bag.
I'm sorry. You sitting here? I'll move.
Oh, no, don't worry about it. Plenty of room.
You a nurse?
Med student, Withington. About you?
Registrar. St. Gregory's.
You're doing a really bad impression of someone having a good time.
Was that an offer?
If you're ringing from Holland, I'll probably be out of the office this week. So be sure to take the mobile number with you. Oh, the tickets, I didn't see you pick up the tickets.
They're at the reservation system.
Right, I'll be out tonight, so if you call...
Yeah, I'll leave a message. It's just 3 days and 2 nights, you know. It's not a South American field trip.
You had an operation before, Robert? Well, you'll be put to sleep, so you won't feel any pain at all. It's a bit sore when you wake up, but you won't look any worse than him.
Which, with its rapid access treatment and a reputation for the highest quality of surgical staff, makes it the finest choice for healthcare sponsorship. Sister Ballantyne's going to talk you through general nursing facilities, then you'll be shown up the boardroom for brunch with the general management.
What's all that about?
Selling your birthright on monthly instalments. Oh, don't look sentimental. If they sign up, you'll all get new white coats and a couple more scalpels to play with.
Who taught you business management, Viv? Robert Maxwell?
Vivienne. Are the rumours about you true? Last night?
Last night? Don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know why men call them conquests, because you all look like you've been dragged through a hedge backwards.
It's half the fun. You're jealous?
Of a schoolgirl.
What are you talking about, schoolgirl? She was a med student at Withington.
She was a 17-year-old sister of a med student from Withington. Still, it's probably helped her through her A-levels. Nice weekend.
I told her it wasn't an issue, but she insisted on keeping on about it. She threatened to lock me in there. And anyway, why do I need it if all I'm going to be doing is going to the hairdressers? Why go on about it?
She'll be back in a couple of hours. Could we have her
Ridiculous.
I'm
not going to
One of the blood gas is due back on Mrs. Hartley.
Be in a half an hour or so.
Yeah? I'll check her over.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Where's my bag? Where's my bag?
Oh, hey.
This is getting really ugly.
What?
Following me. What the hell are you doing up here?
Why won't you talk to me, Anna?
Because I have nothing to say.
Give me an hour.
I have nothing to say.
And I'm going round the bend. Half an hour? 15 minutes? Somewhere public, I don't care. Please.
Shape and Bristol. Oh, hello again.
No, Mrs. Fairley.
This is the man I was telling you about. The one who sold me these shoes. Weren't you meant to be coming back with some size 5?
The van, it broke down in Bradford. And the driver, he went to change the tyre, and somebody nicked all the 5s out the back. So it'll be a week or 2.
Oh, I am sorry. Good grief.
Shall we ask him if he's got a 6?
Don't suppose they fit. Still, he looks as if he could do with the money.
Irma, where's my dad?
I think he went for a stroll round Scott Park. He was feeling a bit chesty, you know.
Nice try.
He nipped for a drink, but he promised me only one.
Thanks. You seen Arnold Springer? Arnold Springer!
Come on, Bones. Come on, yes. Yes! Yes, yes, yes!
How much?
Well, at least there's no booze in here.
How much, Dad?
380.
Just lend us 150, will you? I swear I'll pay you back. I'm owed back pay from UCH and my salary's due on the 30th.
Ah, I like that. I'm out of work, I'm on a sick pension, you're a white-collar wonder and you're cadging. I think that's this country in a bloody nutshell.
Excuse me, is anyone sitting here?
Not that I'm aware of.
Good.
Well.
I bought a tie. I bought a tie.
Got a date?
Yeah, I've got a date.
Who with?
It's not with a 17-year-old, let's put it that way.
So who's all this for? Snow Queen? No, I don't want to get involved in this.
That's fine by me.
You know, it's one extreme to the other with you, Springer. You've got a detonator in there somewhere, pal.
Well, you best not stand too close then, had you?
How long is Crane away for this time?
3 days. Why, what's up?
I'll tell you what's up. This is serial bloody abuse. That is what is up, you know? Because I spend all my time dealing with his private patients while he's away on his bloody conference again. You know, he gets paid thousands and thousands of pounds and I don't even get a bloody tip.
Glassman, just stop whinging.
Oh, I'm so sorry. But do you happen to know of any surgical conferences in the Netherlands area recently? Because I've actually checked.
Shut up!
I'm telling you.
And your credit card, sir? And will you be requiring a morning paper?
What do you think?
No morning papers.
How you doing? Told them if the table goes, they're dead.
I'm sorry, this is... I can't go in.
No, we're just going to talk. We're going to have a meal.
I'm sorry.
We're doing nothing wrong.
You are. I just want to know how you walk up to someone and say you're in love with them.
It wasn't like that.
Okay. Talk me through it. We meet on a train, we meet in a cafe, then only again when you decide to pop up and make a nuisance.
Oh, taking you and your mum to the lakes was a nuisance?
No, that was a very kind and well-intentioned gesture. But you weren't in love with me then.
No, it happened later.
Well, it couldn't have been much later. You're back on the doorstep in 24 hours, being embarrassing.
I'm sorry.
So what happened? Did you trip and bang your head or what?
No. It's when I got back to the hospital and you'd gone. It's just this weird feeling, like I should have been there with you. Wherever you were, I should have been there. Because I hadn't finished saying what I wanted to say. Nothing important, you know. Nothing epic. I just want to be with you.
You didn't bang your head then.
Now look, this isn't easy for me.
Well, it's been a doddle for me. I can't believe you're saying all this. I just don't believe you. I mean, please, what's attractive about older women, for God's sake?
I don't go for older women. I'm just in love with you. Oh, God. I swear I've never felt like this about anyone in my life, Anna. When I saw you this morning in the car, I nearly died. I couldn't breathe. Started sweating. My fingers, they went numb. I had to go and walk up Oxford Road because the woman standing next to me in the lift said I should see a doctor.
What about my husband? Your boss?
I don't want to talk about him.
Oh, but you'd have to. In the given scenario, you would have to. The man I love wouldn't evaporate. The man who loves me isn't going to stand aside for your convenience.
And what if the man you love's not what you thought he was?
In what way?
What if... Just because he loves you, it doesn't mean there isn't somebody else who could love you more.
That isn't my choice. And I'm sorry, Owen, but this is where you come seriously unstuck. I mean, it's not even a respectable fantasy if you can't see past the obstacles. I'm sorry. Owen, I don't mean to be cruel. And I am deeply flattered.
No, Anna, I don't want you to be flattered. I'm in love with you. And I want to be with you. And I think you're the most fantastic woman I have ever met.
I just happen to be very happily married. For me. Please. Don't ring.
It was, something you said earlier, Danny.
Get out of sleep, you an inconsiderate bastard. Thought you were on a date, anyway. What are you doing at work?
Where's Crane?
That was just me, shooting my mouth off.
Yeah. He's getting his leg over, isn't he?
Isn't he?
I want to know, Danny.
Viv Reed.
Vivian?
Look, I only found out because John was off sick once, right? Nobody could find the standby list, so I rang her. She was away in a hotel. Rang her on the contact number. Crane answered the phone. Now, every time he shoots off on a conference, you don't see her for dust.
Which hotel?
Look, why do you want to know?
Which hotel?
We're talking months back. I don't even know if I'm right. Beresford Royale. Beresford Royale. It's in London.
You look tired. You should get some kip.
The number you require is 0171 635 9332.
Beresford Royale, how can I help you?
Yeah. Could you put me through to Vivian Reed's room, please?
One moment, please.
Hello? Hello? Hello?
Not disturbing you?
No. Let's get away from the snooker. Honestly, he sits there watching that. I swear I can't tell if he's alive or dead. If that's how he goes, might not realise for a week. Ooh, nice outfit.
Thanks. What?
Never mind me what. You what? You never come round here at this time.
I do.
Not dressed like that.
Oh, I've had the weirdest few days, Phyllis.
Oh, good.
It's not good. It's a nightmare.
Indeed, Papa. Perhaps I may keep a carriage even better than yours.
It has been my dearest wish, Madeline, to see you go up in the world.
Dearest pet, I'm too excited to sleep. If you were here, I must let you love me.
I thought you were up till late.
St. Gregory's Hospital.
Yeah. This is, Dr. Borovitz. We need to get an urgent message to Vivian Reed, surgical business manager.
Okay, Dr. Borovitz, I've got that.
She's at the Beresford Royal Hotel in London.
I've just done something really terrible, Dad.
What time is it? What's that? What?
She knows! Oh, Jesus! Oh, God! Oh, my God!
Oh, she might be here. Oh,
If she was here, she wouldn't be asking you to phone her. Look, it could be something else. Something innocent.
It's addressed to you for me. How can it be innocent? If she knows you're here and I am with you, what other conclusion is there? That is Anna in the know. That's exactly what she'd do.
Look.
Oh, God, I don't believe this is happening. Well, it'll destroy her, you know? It'll destroy her.
What do you want me to say? Do?
I don't know. I don't know. Yes. No. Yes, Vivian. Just go into the other room, would you please?
What?
I might need to speak to her. Just go into the other room, please, Vivian. No.
I said no.
And he's how old?
Oh, 30-ish.
Not a toad.
Oh, no, he's very attractive. Footballer. No, boxer type.
What possessed you?
Oh, you don't mean that, Phyllis. You don't. There's no way on this earth you'd trust a man who'd made up his mind that quickly. You'd run a mile.
Would I?
I mean, I can sit in the office and get excited by the remote prospect, but...
See?
I mean, he's standing there coming out with all this stuff. I mean, it's unbalancing. He's got me checking myself, wondering what on earth I did to... Well, I am flattered.
Oh, good. You're beginning to sound dead from the parting down.
Do I ever seem vulnerable to you?
In your dreams.
So why has he picked on me?
6:30 is no good. It's got to be now. It's an emergency.
That's the only Manchester flight after 8 p.m. I can recommend a partnership hotel.
I don't want a bloody hotel. I've just come from a bloody hotel. I need to get home. Look, listen. I'm a surgeon. It is vital that I get back to Manchester. Please. Oh, bugger off. Can you take me to Manchester?
Can you afford it?
Yes, I can afford it.
Be 200 quid.
Yes.
Cash up front.
Yes, stop at a cash dispenser.
Hey! Bloody Manchester! How much older?
He's about 40 odd.
Do you love her? Well, I don't know what to say. I mean, if I was him and you did that to me, I'd kill you. If I was her and you did that to me, I'd wring your bloody neck.
But would you just turn your back on her if you loved her that much, Dad?
It hangs well on you, by the way. The suit.
Will you see him again?
Only because of who he is and what he does for a living? Probably.
What do you do if he just loses interest? He walks away tonight and that's the end of it. And the next time you see him, he cuts you dead.
because you hurt him. And you have to answer that honestly.
I'd miss it. Miss the extremes of it, but I wouldn't regret it.
Oh.
Look, it's taken me a long time to build what I've got. This is the first time we've actually been able to spend time together. I wasn't handed this marriage on a plate, Phyllis. And would you jeopardize it all for a man 15 years younger who looks like a boxer? You have to answer that honestly.
I'm off up. Night, Anna.
Night, Frederick.
Honestly, I'd take him somewhere really private, strip us both to the pink, and bang the arse off him.
I'll ask you again when you're sober.
Be prepared for a shock. And if you hadn't thought twice about it, you wouldn't be asking me that question.
I'm sorry, we can't get to the phone at the moment. If you'd like to leave a message, leave your name and number after the tone.
Anna, it's me.
I'm coming home. I'm in a taxi. I'm on the way home. Darling, please, if you're there, pick up the phone. I can't do it like this. Please, pick up the phone.
Look, all I can think of to say is, I'm sorry. I don't know how. I'm just sorry. Please don't do anything until I get there. Okay?
Hello, reception.
Can I order a morning paper, please? Times and a Mirror.
Certainly, madam. I'll get that delivered with your breakfast for 2.
1. Breakfast for 1, please.
Certainly, madam.
And if there's any kind of justification, if there's any kind of defense for me at all, listen, I spend about 10 hours a day giving orders, being in charge all day, every day. I have to stay above it all. She's bossy. She gives the orders. She takes control. She's not as pretty as you are. She's not as bright as you are. I swear to you now, Anna, there is no question whatsoever of her overshadowing what you mean to me.
I'm sorry, we can't get to the phone at the moment. If you'd like to leave a message, leave your name and number after the tone.
And obviously, I will do anything you want to put things right. There is no question whatsoever that it's over. Absolutely over. You are the last person in the world I would want to hurt. I'm just so ashamed. Please don't leave me. Please don't leave me. I'm just so ashamed you had to find out. I'd give my dying breath for this not to have happened. I truly hope you can believe that. I truly hope you can forgive me because I love you. I love you.
I'm sorry, we can't get to the phone at the moment. If you'd like to leave a message, leave your name and number after the tone.
Anna, it's me. We've just passed Keel services. I'll just be another half an hour. Just please, be there.
Put the spare set through the letterbox when you've finished.
Mr. Springer, yeah. Mr. Springer, hello. Am I needed or not? 5, 4, 3, 2.
It's me.
Who's me?
How many me's do you know? Do you know the Four Feathers in Presbury?
I don't know. Who's in it?
It's a hotel. I'll be there in half an hour.
No. Look, Anna, I shouldn't have...
Lovely house. I don't suppose the kettle's going to be hot, is it?
Anna!
Take your clothes off, please.
Anna, we don't need to do this. I just want to talk.
What if I don't want to listen? Take your clothes off, please. Do I seem vulnerable to you?
I think you've picked a really bad time to ask. You look perfect.
Next time on Mobile Masterpiece Theater.
Go to the window.
Owen Springer has everything. A new job, a new car, and a new romance.
I love you.
Is he good?
He's very good.
He also has a problem.
Who is it?
Her husband.
He's having her followed by a private detective.
Where is he?
Reckless. Reckless is available on home video cassette for $39.95 plus shipping and handling. To order, call 1-800-255-9424.
We hope you've enjoyed Mobile Masterpiece Theatre. For nearly 30 years, we've been proud to provide the energy that helps public television run. A presentation of WGBH Boston.
This is PBS.